Hi, my name is Khánh. I major in English at FANG University, and currently I am a junior. I have some common hobbies. I love reading, I love writing, listening to music, any kind of music, but I love classical music in particular. I like traveling, and on top of all, I like to learn new things about the world around me. I was born in Ho Chi Minh City, and I've lived here for all of my life up to this point. That's virtually all that I have to say about myself. So let's get to the talk. Today, I'm going to talk to you about something that has become quite a hotly debated topic nationally as well as globally for the past couple of years. You yourself probably already heard or even participated in debates and talks surrounding this issue before, and that is the environment. I got this idea after tuning into the United Nations Climate Change Conference that happened around a month ago, and it's given me quite a lot to think about, and I would like to share with you my ponderances today. We live in an age wherein the effects of what we had done and is continuing to do to the environment is more visible and even palpable than ever before. A lot of people are afraid of something hilarious happening, like World War III. But I would like to argue that World War III is already well underway. It's not a war in the traditional sense of the word. It's not a war against men and women. It's not a war against nations. It's not a war between neighbors with one another. But rather it's a war against nature itself. And although we've waged war for centuries and have gotten really good at it, this isn't the kind of war that we can actually win. Sounds quite depressing, but that is just the truth. The threat from the skies is no longer missiles, it's ozone depleting chemicals, it's global warming. And the threat on land is from soil erosion, it's not tanks or it's no longer soldiers. These and other environmental threats, including overpopulations, overconsumption, and widespread poverty in developing countries, have been described by a growing body of political leaders, military planners, celebrities, and pundits worldwide as the greatest threat that we have ever faced, short of a full-scale nuclear war. In many countries, decline of the natural resources base that underpins agricultural production has led to increased imports, rising prices, and ultimately to outright shortages of food. In turn, these shortages have helped trigger civil disorders, military outbreaks, and even downfalls of nations. Food supply disputes aren't strange events these days. And as another example, I point to another source of conflict being in the water supplies. As many as 80 countries, with 40% of the world's population, already experience water shortages. The environmental issues are readily apparent, but in other cases, the impact is more deferred and diffused, as in the case of species extinction and gene depletion, with all of this ultimately applies for future genetic contributions to agriculture, medicine, industry, and energy. Probably the most diffused impact of all, although altogether the most significant, will prove to be climate change. Buildup of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will eventually cause far-reaching disruptions for temperature and rainfall patterns worldwide, which would lead to even more severe natural disasters and greater collateral costs to human life everywhere. as a result. Major environmental problems recognize no geographic boundaries. After all, the winds don't have passports, and that's why I think it's so important, it's more so than ever, that we recognize the impact that the environment has, not just on ourselves, but also on everyone, to all of us, to society, to humanity as a whole. The sooner we agree that we are already living in a world that is being transformed by climate change, the sooner we'll be able to act. And the sooner we'll be able to act, the better we'll be off in the future for our timely effort. And that is what I have to say regarding this round's conversation. I hope to see you again in the next round. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening.